Buenos dias, amigos. We had Savio Vega, Carlito, Bloody Brock, a decent women's match, and then just garbage throughout with the Bloodline that, you know, people hype up. Oh, they're great. You know what? I'd probably say the Bloodline were the worst part of this show.
Look, I'll let Scott Steiner sum it up best. Tonight, we had a bunch of specs. But it was good specs because the show was all right. Like, despite most of the matches being garbage, I felt like the standout parts of the show and the crowd kind of helped get us through the garbage stuff. So yeah,
absolutely. I agree. The crowd were, you know what? The crowd were good, but I do think they died in the Bloodline match.
I died in the Bloodline match.
They were chanting for "We want Roman," and when you want Roman Reigns, you know things are bad.
Well, I mean, we've seen the Bloodline stuff so many times that it shouldn't be on pay-per-view at this point. Like, it was such... You go from that Bad Bunny match, which everyone was so invested in, and then, I get it, they want, like, a cool-down match, but a cool-down match should be 5 minutes, like 10 minutes max.
The Bloodline match should have kicked off the show, I think. I do like that your matches go from worst to best, but, like you said, it was a cool-down match, so it shouldn't have been.
Was it a cool-down match, though? Because when it lasts that long, it's not really... A cool-down match to me is 5-10 minutes.
No, you're right.
This was more of a turn off the TV and go to bed match.
Yes, but when you're billing the pay-per-view as a two-main events and that match ain't a part of it, then why the fuck is it in between?
I think you should put maybe Seth Rollins almost in between those two.
Yeah.
Or even the US title threat match, since that was pretty quick.
No, I agree. No, that's what I would have done.
Anyway, we'll kick off the show with the SmackDown or Raw. I forget what title Bianca Belair holds, so forgive me. I think it's the Raw, but she's on SmackDown. Make whatever sense of that you can. She comes out defending the title against Io Sky. Crowd were obviously wanting Io to win. They were not liking Bianca Belair. I don't really blame them. I don't think anyone likes Bianca Belair. Does anybody enjoy this Bianca Belair run at the moment? I think we're all ready to see Bianca Belair lose, but unfortunately she did not lose tonight, and she doesn't lose very often. And how many long title reigns do we have going in WWE at the moment?
Too many. Too bloody many.
It's like the top tier titles, the titles on the top two brands just never seem to change. And I know that two changed recently at Mania, but before then, like, they just seem to go on forever. So yeah, the opening match was pretty good. I mean, Io Sky, which I guess she was shown in a different spotlight tonight because she had a singles match rather than just be a sidekick. And I've always said this. It's like, see, when you get called up as part of like a tag team or a group, see, unless you're an actual tag team or the faction's fucking over, you're going to be a jobber. See, when you see these two getting called up to be Bayley's sidekick, you knew it was going nowhere for them. See, when they returned at SummerSlam, people are supposed to get excited. You're thinking, no, they're literally going to be Bayley's lackeys. And that's exactly what it's been. You know, even when you look at Giovanni Vinci and Ludwig Kaiser, they're two bums that are simply there to protect Gunther and lose so that Gunther doesn't need to take pinfalls. I would guarantee Giovanni Vinci would have had a better career had he stayed in NXT. But here, we're not talking about him. We're talking about Io Sky. I thought she performed well tonight. I think she should have won. The crowd obviously wanted her to win. Looked like she was going to win. But at the end, Bayley basically cost her the match, distracting her while she was trying to cheat and hold in Bianca Belair's hair. I think this will lead to the implosion of Damage Control.
Io Sky face turn coming up, man.
But I just think it would have maybe been a bit more interesting had Io Sky won tonight, and then you could have factored that into the Damage Control split, because then Bayley is annoyed that she deems herself to be the leader, yet she's not the one with the belt, kind of like Evolution, Randy Orton, Triple H vibes. I would have went down that route, and then you could have maybe had a triple threat match for the belt, but they didn't do that. They kept it on Bianca Belair. So, I mean...
Here, she can hold record-breaking reigns and all that, but that doesn't make you a main eventer, and she's not.
I'm the EST. I'm the long guest. I bet you that's coming. I bet you that's coming on SmackDown.
Of course it is.
I am the long guest.
You're the boringest, you're the shittest, getting the fucking vinniest, you're pish.
But yeah, we would have went with Io Sky, but WWE went with Bianca Belair, so I mean...
I predicted Belair, I'm not surprised.
I predicted Io Sky.
I didn't get many wrong tonight, actually.
No, I actually got most right, to be fair. Did you get any wrong? Out of curiosity? We'll discuss it when we go through.
I predict it.
No, we'll discuss it when we go through.
Right.
It's 1-0 to you. I said Io Sky would win, so yeah, I was wrong. Then we got Savio Vega backstage.
I didn't predict this.
No, one predict this. So Ray's talking to Bad Bunny. Ray's like, "You can do this tonight. You can." Or was it Selena Vega he was talking to, or was it Bad Bunny?
It was Bad Bunny, but you know what? It was all in Spanish, so I didn't really understand.
Hey, amigo, ho.
Sacapuntas, un peso, muchos gracias, amigo.
2 pesos, 3 pesos, 1, 2, 3 pesos.
Travago, trabedo, tin.
Then Savio Vega comes in, and at this point, I think I learned that he has a pinfall victory over Stone Cold at WrestleMania, and that shocked me. Like,
he beat him at Mania, right?
I thought Austin beat him.
A 4 corners match rather than an actual pinfall. I need to look at. No, I
thought Austin beat him.
You talk. I'm going to find this out.
Anyway, Savio Vega comes in and gets a big pop, and it's like, it's kind of weird. Like, maybe it's because Puerto Rico has less stars overall, but it's like an average American could just turn up on an American pay-per-view and no one would give a shit. But Savio Vega turns up in Puerto Rico and they're all going crazy. Now, is it because Puerto Rico have created like less wrestling stars, or is like Puerto Rico just like I don't know, they're more what would you call it?
No,
what kind of country? Like a proud, like, you know, nation, like patriotic nation.
But no, it is. It's these countries don't get pay-per-views, right? So when they do, it's like they're going ballistic.
Whereas the American audience are bored at their tits.
Right, it's the first Puerto Rico show since
2005.
2005, right? They've probably never seen Savio Vega, and you know what? It's a massive.
Well, how do they know who he is then?
No, I mean in terms of in person.
Alright, okay.
They've seen him on TV.
Yeah, but the other thing is that no, but I'm not buying that, because like look at when I know he's been in WWE before and he's appeared before, but look at in the draft when Hayes came out, Freeman Hayes.
Yeah,
he was dead. So you're not kind of surprised that I would be willing to bet the average audience that turns up to a Raw or SmackDown wouldn't really know who Savio Vega is.
No, you're right, but we did. That's all that matters.
Well, the crowd did as well.
It turns out Austin beat him, but
I knew
Savio Vega beat him at the pay-per-view after.
Well, he did beat him at Mania. But like, maybe Savio Vega's just like a cult icon in Puerto Rico. Could it be as simple as that?
It could be.
You're trying to deny him this legend status?
I like Savio.
Alright, well, he's spoken Spanish as well, so I can't really tell you what he said.
He came out and shat himself. Like,
that was later in the show.
Doesn't matter what language you speak, you know when someone shat themselves.
Up next, we got Omos versus Seth freaking Rollins. Take it away.
I predict that Rollins would win this match. For the simple reason is, Omos' passion was going to end with some magical curb stomp, and that's what happened off the top rope. I mean, the match itself was... I mean, Omos can work to a reasonable level.
He's not bad for a big guy.
But no one cares.
You know what? He's a much better worker than Khali, but I prefer watching Khali matches.
Yep.
I just think Khali had a more like dominating like stance and look.
Yeah, like Shawn Michaels would have a better match against Khali than he would against Omos. Even though Omos can work better.
No, but I like the way that, and I'm not saying Khali meant this, but see the way Khali just like staggered around the ring and walked at 1 mile an hour. He
felt like a monster.
It suited. He felt like Frankenstein. You know the way Michael Myers does that slow walk. Now see the way you get maybe Omos, he'll go to one corner, and then he'll run and hit you with a clothesline in the corner. And it almost is pretty quick for a guy his size, but I think that works against him.
No, it does.
I don't like that.
Not many 7'4" guys run that quick.
See the way the great Khali would literally walk around as if he was on stilts? I don't know, I think that suited Khali's character. No, I think that Khali was better in the ring because of that.
No, you're right. Absolutely, but you were wrong with this prediction. You went with Omos.
I did go with Omos.
What in the...
I've no excuse. I'm sorry, guys. I'm an absolute fucking retard, and I'll try and get it right next time.
And then up next, you went with Bobby Lashley.
No, I didn't.
I did.
No, I did. I went Austin Theory, mate.
Oh, you did? You're right, because we predicted the ending.
Yeah, we both predicted the ending here.
But you were thinking Bobby.
No, what are you talking about? I said Bobby was going to be feuding with Roman Reigns, mate. I never said Bobby was winning the US belt.
I think you did.
I did. If you want to go back,
if
you want to go back and watch that 30-minute preview, help yourself out. But I never said that. I says that
you guys can't leave a comment.
I says that Bobby would knock out Bronson Reed with a spear, and then Austin Theory would get in, throw Bobby at the ring, and get the pinfall. It was
so predictable.
And that is literally exactly what happened to a T. And you know what? I'm all for triple threat matches and a bit of multi-man action, but this one didn't really do it for me. It wasn't bad, but it was like over within a flash.
know why it doesn't do it for you though, right?
Plus, it didn't help that during this match he almost burnt the kitchen down. So I mean,
you've seen Lashley against Austin
hold
Theory.
on, we're not going to talk about that, no.
Who gives a fuck about the kitchen?
Right.
I didn't even see I didn't see any of the match. All I see was a burnt bit of fucking toast.
By the time you came in, Austin Theory had won.
I know. Burnt side down. Right.
A-Town.
Right.
B-Town. B-Town.
Rhea Ripley against Selena Vega.
Anyway, what's your last thoughts on the A-Town down, Austin Theory retaining?
Fucking chromosomes down. Not much else to say on it, like.
Bronson Reed hitting a moonsault. Impressive.
I seen that in the highlight package after the show.
What's your thoughts on that?
It was no bad.
I always feel like when the big guy does that, he's going to break his neck. I don't like it.
It's going to be like Sid Vicious' leg for a neck.
No, I don't want to see that.
Anyway, Rhea Ripley retains her SmackDown's women's title against Selena Vega. Predictable.
I don't know, intergender matches, I'm not a big fan of them.
I'm not either.
But we got one tonight.
What was the gimmick with the slipper or the shoe or the sandal? Or?
Well, I think basically that's how they beat their children. Like, you know, if you don't do your chores or you don't do your homework, the sandal comes off and you get slapped with it.
That just see if they tried that in America though, but worse child abuse. Tony Soprano would be on the fucking phone going.
Oh, no, Michael Cole literally said on commentary, I bet you a lot of these kids know what that's all about.
I don't know.
So I mean,
it's alright, but see, that's some cultures.
Yeah, I mean that's fucking it is true.
So hold on. So if we're in Saudi Arabia and Rhea Ripley put a bin bag over Selena Vega's head, like, are these women know that's all about? I mean, it's the same fucking thing.
That's true, though, isn't it? I mean,
I know.
Selena Vega was literally crying. It's like I'm just not a big fan of that. I mean, you can be happy to be home, you can be proud to be home, but I've never seen anyone that's fucking over, that's a star, cry.
No, the thing is,
the
right?
people that cry are from this current era. Like, I think if Natalia came out in Canada and was getting a big match, I think she would cry.
No, but don't get
that's why they were in the $1 club and Austin's $5 club.
No, but know why it's awful, right? Know why it's actually awful, them crying? Because they haven't won. It's like even Benoit and Guerrero won the big sell. It's fucking, you know, that's worth it.
The boyhood dream has come true for Shawn. No, that's different then. If you want to cry then
she's greeting before the match has even begun.
And
it's supposed to be a fight. Who greets before a match?
And she knows she's getting squashed. It's like, although I will say, I thought her ring gear looked pretty cool.
See if Mike Tyson came out to the ring and started greeting before a bell, but wrong, he'd fucking lost.
Oh, well, he did lose after his jail stint anyway.
He probably would have started like.
Now, if Evander Holyfield started crying when he got his ear bit off, fair enough.
Aye.
What did you think of Selena Vega's ring gear tonight?
I was good, but I just obviously the colour's the same as America, but it was alright. But you knew she was losing, so
yeah, you know what? I don't think she's that good in the ring.
No, she's not. The 619 was actually horrendous.
Yeah,
it felt as long as this fucking show.
To be fair, I thought she performed it better than she did on SmackDown.
Well, how bad was it on SmackDown?
It wasn't great, like. Yeah, so she loses, and Rhea Ripley again does that pinfall where she like folds her up, and it's like supposed to hint at like a sexual position, and it's like it's like funny when Edge does that on Beulah, and Edge was doing it at the time to get heat. And, you know, Joey Styles is like, oh, look at this bastard. Right? And it was great. But it's like, that wouldn't cut it nowadays. Edge could not do that. I mean, you can't even touch a woman nowadays.
No, Beth Phoenix does it the Edge.
No, but could you imagine having that match now and Edge spears like a Beulah in 2023 and does that exact same pin?
I wouldn't.
Are you telling me that's going to fly?
Nope.
But Rhea Ripley can do it against Selena Vega in an all-women's match, and it's considered, oh, look at that, mammy, oh.
All women's might be a wee bit of an exaggeration.
Alright, an intergender match then. But she identifies as a woman, so it's alright. She can do whatever she wants.
That's it. But I tell you what, right? Up next.
Do you think WWE have like a trans locker room for the likes of Rhea Ripley and Raquel Rodriguez and all that to change in, or?
Maybe. I don't know if their shoulders could fucking fit in, but
have to get fucking re-enhanced door frames or something like that.
No. Anyway, right, match of the night up next.
We both predicted Rhea Ripley, by the way.
We did. Obviously, we did.
Unfortunately.
I mean, I'm 4-0. I'm 4-0. I'm 4-0.
4-0, buddy.
And I predicted Bad Bunny, and you predicted Priest.
Aye, that wasn't a good night for me. I think at this stage, I'm 2-3.
Look how over he was. He was never losing.
Well, true. I know, but Selena Vega and Io Sky were pretty over the night, and they got beat. So it's like
Savio Vega and Carlito to hoover the belts off fucking
I'd take.
Owens and Sage.
Hey, would you not take that?
Fucking course of it.
So Bad Bunny street fight. He comes out. Apparently, he was paying homage to New Jack because he came out with a shopping trolley with a bunch of. I thought he was just paying homage to the average black man in America and living in
Tommy Dreamer's fucking did it so many times.
living in a democratic city, like, you know what I mean?
No,
What's this? Free stuff at Walmart? Yeah, sure.
You know what the thing is, right? If you've watched ECW in the 90s, right? So New Jack came out with his partner.
Reparations, buddy.
His music we playing, right? The gangster music. But see by
The
time
GTA San Andreas.
see by time New Jack got to the ring, his
music
partner was battered. New Jack's in the crowd, giving a fucking trophy. It's like, what's the gimmick here?
The Dudleys are fucking using a cheese grater on his partner's head, man. He's got no fucking forehead left, and New Jack's in the crowd, fucking, you know, dancing to GTA songs. Like the lowrider songs, you have to press the buttons.
His partner's scalp's fucking hanging fucking the turnbuckle.
Oh man, hanging like Chris Benoit. Fuck me. Woo. Right. What are we? So yeah, the match was a pretty good match. Obviously, we didn't. I wanted it to go to the streets. I said the only I'd be happy with this match would be if it went to the streets and if Damian Priest won. Well, newsflash, it didn't go to the
It's
streets.
still pretty good though.
No, it was pretty good.
They went in the crowd, which you said they probably wouldn't do.
No, I say that's what they probably will do
Well,
instead.
you said they probably wouldn't do that.
No, I say that's what we'll probably get instead of a street
No,
going to
fair
the
enough.
streets. Then Judgment Day come out. So Damian Priest, this big bad guy, needs the Judgment Day's help to beat Bad Bunny. Fair enough. And then I spit in the face of people who don't want to be cool.
Carlito.
Carlito comes out, cleans house, spits a few apples. Was Ray in the ring by this
He
stage?
was, aye.
Oh, right, Ray came out first, then Carlito came out, spat a few apples, took a chunk, did the business. Honestly, why don't they bring Carlito back? You talk about people that had potential to be a champion. Now, you can maybe argue that in Carlito's era, there was still people that were like maybe a level above him. You can argue that Carlito wasn't world champ material during his like original run, right? And I can accept that, but I'm not accepting that Carlito is not world champion material now with how poor the roster's
Look how
fucking
fucking
got.
jacked he is.
Exactly.
Book
Now-
him right and he could easily could.
I think that was something they held against him back in the day. It was a little bit smaller. But let's be real. A, you don't need to be big now to win belts. People like Finn Balor have shown that. And, B, I mean, fuck me, he's Carlito. He's back.
See, back in the day, right?
He's over. The
See, when
roster's shit now.
Carlito was on the roster, you almost had to be manufactured over a number of years to become a champion. See now, see after a month of booking, you could become a fucking main eventer because it's dead.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't that big a fan of Cody Rhodes, but he came in, they done him right, and he went up like that.
Yeah, exactly. Now he's, a main
Same
event.
with like Drew McIntyre, he came back. Well, he's a bit shit now, but he won the belt. Same with Lashley.
If Carlito comes back and he's booked right, Carlito can be a champion by the end of the year. That's my prediction.
Put him in this tournament.
Yeah, why not?
Hope he fucking is.
Although if he is, I don't think he'll win it. Like, yeah, Carlito, we need you to come back on Raw, take a pinfall. That ain't cool. Anyway, this match was cool. Then Savio Vega comes out, and he's walking like he shot himself, walking like a 2D character from GTA.
The crowd was hot for this, but there was like an awkward 30 seconds where he stood there.
Yeah, he stood there
And
and
no music playing. It's like, is Benoit coming back?
he just stood there and looked at Balor and Dominic, and then all of a sudden more music played, and we thought we were getting, wow, who's this going to be? We're getting another legend, we're getting somebody else.
Would this not have been good?
And it just turned out to be Legado del Fantasma.
Could it not have been better if Chavo Guerrero came out and he fucking cracked Bad Bunny in the dome and aligns himself with the Judgment Day because he's been burying Ray on Twitter?
Aye, that'd have been good. But even Conan comes out with his walking stick. Hey, Viva la Raza.
Savio Vega hasn't looked like he's aged. Unless till you see him start walking.
I'll tell you what, he hit a couple of slaps and then he hit the super kick, which I thought was pretty impressive. Then in the ring we had Damian Priest. He got caught by Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny he put him in the figure 4 for about 10 hours, and then he hit the Canadian Destroyer. 1, 2,
Uno, dos, tres. Lovely jubbly.
falling asleep here.
Easily match of the night, and we're moving on to the worst match of the night. 3-on-3, 30-minute super kick, false finish, fucking disaster.
Like, I'm not going to spend too much. There was just not. It felt like there was nothing on the line here. All right, you can argue if the Bloodline lose, Roman Reigns is going to be pissed, but you still get the feeling, even though that Roman Reigns, even though the Bloodline won, Roman Reigns is still going to be pissed, and that there's still, friction in the Bloodline. So to me, this match didn't really change anything. It didn't really do anything.
Just compare the fucking match to the one before. All the heat, all the excitement returns, and then this match. What the fuck were they thinking? Honestly, I don't know what they were thinking.
Like, seeing you look back, you look back at like when they do this, when they always do like in recent years it's been like a big match and then you've got like a short match followed by the main event, but they done it all wrong here. This was probably the longest match of the night, and it just killed all the fucking momentum of the show. Bloodline win, but yeah, I wasn't impressed.
No, it was just your typical. It's just a typical Bloodline against Owen Sane with Riddle wrong in there. Like, I mean, but Sikoa was going to spike his brother.
We heard Jey Uso say, "I'm your brother, not him." I guess he's referring to Roman Reigns there. Will Roman Reigns pick up on this on SmackDown?
I hope. I can't wait till the Bloodline turn face and fucking batter Roman Reigns.
Aye.
I hope that's what's going to happen. Like.
Hopefully it happens Friday. And then we move on to the main event. Cody Rhodes versus Brock Lesnar. And some people thought that Cody was getting a receipt tonight.
Brock received it himself.
Well, I think he got several receipts. Lots of suplexes, lots of Germans. I mean, really, it was just a suplex machine tonight for Brock Lesnar. Cody attacked Brock before the match started, hit Brock with a shitload of weapons. I think this is how you can tell, though. It does kind of show you wrestling is fake, though, that Cody's hitting him with the steel steps a lot before the start of the match, and Brock's fine. But then in the match, one little bump into the ring post, and all of a sudden he's busted open everywhere.
Well, no, yeah. No, I do get what you mean, like, but again, you know what? No blading, proper hard hitting, but he did. But yeah, but see, I tell you what though, see, maybe the blood, if they still did blood, they would have had him busted open from the start, which would have been better. Would have made him look, oh fuck, Brock's in a, rather than here he get beat up at the start of the match, you could visibly see that here he's bleeding, rather than the finale of the match. But again, lackluster match, but.
I mean, Brock Lesnar's covered in blood and they won't even show it. They're using every single camera angle possible not to show you Brock Lesnar from the front, and it's like.
But see the way this match ended, right? It's no belt. It's just these two, right? And I'll admit these two should main event, but the match itself was not a main event match because it's just setting up another match. Now I'm not saying pay-per-views don't end with that, but usually it's with a belt on the line. So in my opinion, Bad Bunny and Priest should have main evented.
Yeah, especially there wasn't a decisive winner, and therefore that's why I'm not sure it should have main evented.
And see the way you could have went about this, right? Could you not have literally just had these two brawl out from the back, and then Adam Pearce comes out and he's like, "Fuck it, this match is starting now." You could have did something like that,
but no entrances.
Well, I know what you mean, but if they want to try and avoid the fact that this was supposed to be the main event, but it's not, ordeal. I know what you mean. It takes the entrances out, which is a wee bit shite, but something a bit different.
All right, okay.
Well, entrances on everything.
Big game in Jesus.
No, I'm saying
Booker of the Year.
I'm saying no entrances, but put the match fifth, and then you can put Priest and Bunny on last.
Fair enough. Okay.
That's alright. That's what I'm saying.
Oh no, I get what you're saying. Like,
that's alright then.
Why couldn't they just put the match on fifth though, and just accepted that Bad Bunny's in his hometown, he's main eventing? I think Brock gives a fuck.
No.
Brock like, here, see, as long as you pay me what you would have paid me to main event, right. I get to go. Brock gets to go home earlier. I think Brock fucking cares.
He wants to go on the pre-show.
Pre-show Brock. The pre-show stopper.
But anyway, I'm going to give this pay-per-view
I'm going to give it a 4 out of 10.
I was going to give it a 4. You know what? I actually think the crowd fucking helped me stay awake.
You know what? I didn't think the main event was that good of a match, but I think the fact that we seen Brock like bust it open everywhere, that was a pretty cool visual effect to see. I thought the Bad Bunny.
It's the sort of match that belongs on Raw, isn't it? Like,
there's no decisive winner. Like, I think we're definitely getting a rematch. But like the whole blood thing, the visual effects were cool. I enjoyed Bad Bunny versus Damian Priest and all the run-ins and the spots and interferences and the weapons. And I actually thought the opening match was pretty good. I just didn't like the fact that Bianca Belair won. But I'm not going to sit here and pretend that the rest of the show was great. I thought the three matches in between the opening match and the Bad Bunny match, I thought they were all underwhelming.
No, you're right, absolutely.
So, and then obviously the 6-man tag match for me was the worst match of the night. Just way too long. So, I mean, predictable, and not in terms of the result, but just the way the match went. It's like, I think when you've seen these, I say it on AEW all the time. See, when you've seen a 6-man in AEW, you've seen them all. And I've just seen way too many Bloodline, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn stuff in the past few months. That I don't need to see it again.
You're right, but no, you look. You see, people have problems with celebrity involvement. I mean, look at this Bad Bunny guy. Can put on a fucking match. Like, yes, he was aided by Carlito Vega adding to it, but take all outside interference.
It was still one of the better matches. Like,
compare Bad Bunny, right? His run for like Mania to now, just the past month. The what's that jobber called? Jay White. Compare it. Look at the reception this guy's getting. I know it's in Puerto Rico, but you know what? He's over. Even at Mania or on Raw, he still gets reactions.
Nobody fucking knows who Jay White is.
I know we've slabbered about Bad Bunny say here. We don't know who he is, but fucking the Latinos know who he is.
Well, we know who he is now, and he's the biggest selling recorded artist ever. So, well, currently,
and he still gets a 4 out of 10 for me, guys. So put that one in your CD player. But until next time,
peace.